If you are familiar with the Grand Theft Auto 6 community, you've been able to pinpoint exactly who the actress of GTA 6's Lucia is. But there is way more to Manny L. Perez than you might think. Due to all the experiences she's been building up throughout her life, she unintentionally perfectly prepared herself to be the main lead of a Grand Theft Auto game as the very first female GTA protagonist. But what you probably don't know is how versatile and experienced of an actress she really is. And by the end of the video, you will not only be convinced that Manny L. Perez is the perfect Lucia for GTA 6 with every piece in her portfolio that she has, you will also be completely in love with the beautiful personality that she is. Before getting into her personality, how was Manny L. Perez found to be playing Lucia? It all stems from a Twitter/X user and YouTuber Legacy Killer HD, who has talked at people who work at Rockstar that anonymously give him insight for GTA 6 according to Legacy Killer himself. And the speculative news was that the two protagonists of Grand Theft Auto 6 was Manny L. Perez playing Lucia and Danny Raug, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, playing Jason. When the community went and looked at Manny L. Perez playing Lucia, more and more information came up that kind of just started to confirm her to be the actress playing the character. As you probably know from Grand Theft Auto 5, those three main protagonists look an awful lot like the actors in real life. And this is accomplished by a face scanning technology, and you've probably seen these videos where an actor sits in a dome surrounding cameras, capturing the actor's many facial expressions to make sure that every single possibility can be translated to the game or a movie. And just by putting a picture of Manny L. Perez's face right over a picture of Lucia from GTA 6, you can see the resemblance right away. Now, the way a face looks in real life could change when translating it into a game, so you also need to rely on the voice acting that needs to match. And if you hear the voice of Manny L. Perez and compare it to the trailer, you might be more convinced. So where should we take a voice sample from? Well, let's do the voice sample she did in Grand Theft Auto 5 Online, where she actually played a character at the casino. And yes, she has worked at a GTA game before. Take a listen.
Bad luck, I guess. The only way we're gonna get through this is by sticking together, being a team. Trust?
Betting is closed. Good luck. That's 15. Got 11. A blackjack. Win goes to the dealer.
So the face and voice matches, but does the career actually match? Do we know if she's working on something like GTA 6? In a podcast hosted by Juan Halaya called Actors with Issues, Manny L. Perez actually talks about being under an NDA in 2020.
The business and acting and stuff, I've been blessed to be able to work from home. I can't say what I'm doing because, you know, NDAs.
Right.
But I am very lucky, and on top of that, tons of voiceover auditions, and I'm doing voiceover stuff, which I'm like, thank God my partner bought me like a whole audio kit so I can convert my closet into my recording room.
Rockstar is notorious for their secretiveness and their tight NDAs. At one point at a convention, actor Roger Clark, playing Arthur Morgan in Red Dead Redemption 2, was talking about him comparing his NDA with an NDA of his actor friend Chris Pratt, who plays Star-Lord in the Guardians of the Galaxy and Avengers movies, and it turns out that the Rockstar NDA is more secretive and tight than the ones from Avengers Infinity War and Endgame. The reason I'm telling you this is that it's quite scary during the time that you're under an NDA for Rockstar, because you simply cannot tell anyone. And so when Manny L. Perez was asked about a role playing in Grand Theft Auto in an interview, not knowing the interviewer was talking about the casino girl in Grand Theft Auto 5, Manny simply freaked out and started denying it, while later on being very energetic about finding out that the interviewer actually meant GTA 5 and not GTA 6. Take a look.
We apologize because I was looking over the questions and everything, and I don't know who does the IMDb for you. Because when Mike said
down this Grand Theft Auto, and I was so excited to ask you that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. On your IMDb.
What does it say?
It says Grand Theft Auto 5 video game Clubber 2 voice. Yeah, you might want to talk to somebody about that.
Oh, Clubber 2.
Mm-hmm.
I see, when I do voiceover, sometimes I don't know what I'm doing and they just hand me a script. Was it a casino? Because I did do a voiceover for a casino thing, but I don't know what it was for.
You did a voiceover on Grand Theft Auto. Like, I'm currently replaying Grand Theft Auto because I have nothing else better to do in my spare time.
No,
so,
I haven't.
What?
No.
You know?
No, I haven't. No.
Well, who messed up on these questions, James?
And if that is not enough evidence to convince you, Manny was also on a podcast called Conversations with OP, and when she was asked about how she approaches playing different characters, she gives a very curious and interesting example, where she accidentally perfectly describes her role as Lucia. Check this out.
You get yourself ready for any character before you get on set. You get the character, you read about it, you get the script. What is the other type of preparation that you have to do before you are ready?
Why did I say ready like that? I was like, yes, that's very, yes. So if I get casted as this demented serial killer, I have to pull out the craziness inside. I mean, anybody's capable of doing it. Like, we're all humans, so whatever emotions or anger or whatever
you have bottled in, you pick the one and then you expand on it.
And if that's not enough, here's her talking about what she's currently doing.
What I'm doing right now, it's big, but NDAs. That's all I can say.
I got you.
And just one last insight confirming that she's Lucia. Here she's talking on that same podcast about wearing a ponytail, something that Lucia is also wearing most of the time in the trailer of GTA 6.
Are you allowed to tell us what you're filming right now? Or is it like top secret?
What I've been filming, I can't talk, it's big, but I can't talk about it because I signed an NDA.
Okay.
But y'all see.
Okay. And when I'm gonna know the details about this secret NDA stuff? Is there any perceived dates in the future, or
I don't even know. It's so secretive that I only get bits and pieces as they come. So yeah.
All right. Okay. So I guess, in the future I'm going to get an exclusive, you're going to have me back on the show to talk about this big thing. So.
Oh yeah, I'll come in. I'll tell you what's going on and I'll get away. Another hairpiece. Let me tell you, that fake ponytail, when I put that on, I'm like, oh, it is. And Brandon is like, you look good in it. I'm like, I know. I'm still rocking it. Let me tell you, people be like, where you get your hair pieces from? I'm like, IDA, bitch, what's up? Like, I go to Middletown. It's there. Like,
Now that we can confirm that Manny is in fact Lucia in GTA 6, let's take a look at her personality. In this first clip, you can see Manny talk about her experiences going from theater to film and TV, and talk a little bit about the differences between those art forms. Check this out.
So Grotowski has certain plastiques or movements that can help you get into a certain emotional state. So they'll see me on set like I'm like, or I'm breathing. And then I hold my breath to let all of that energy and just whoosh. Because for film...
It's awesome. I never do any of this stuff. It's awesome.
For theater, we have to be big and we have to make sure that the back row can hear us and everything.
Oh.
Whereas in film, we have to take all that energy and whoosh, just like hold it in. And they'll see me, I'm crazy. I'll be jumping up and down. The director's like, what the... And all the actors like, what is she... Just leave Manny to her devices.
And as you can see, Manny is actually a very goofy person. And not only that, it's also important for a character like Lucia in GTA 6 to have an actress that is very versatile and has had that experience. As you've seen from the video, she's not only had experience in movies where you have to be very intricate with your emotional details on your face, you not only have to go on TV shows where you might be able to get away with a little bit more extravaganza, but she also has done theater where everything is big and giant and a person in the back of the room needs to know what kind of emotion you have as a character. So starting from theater, going more and more intricately and intimately into the space of more detailed expressions, she's been having a great lead up to becoming a motion capture artist, because filming motion capture for a game requires you to have it all. You need the theater extravaganza to show the great motions that a character has physically, but you also need the intricate details for the newest and latest technology that has the ability to give Lucia such detailed facial animations so that you can really see the intricate emotions that she has in the scenes. And this is why I think GTA 6 will have a lot of very dark moments in the story to display how greatly the acting ability from such a talented person can be translated from real life through motion capture into a video game. Like we know, Rockstar is famous for creating the most cinematic experiences possible within the confines of a video game. And not only that, she's very energetic and positive. If you go back to the podcast I mentioned earlier, when asked about the negative side of the industry, she doesn't really have anything negative to say. Check this out.
The podcast is called Actors with Issues. What's your beef with the industry right now?
You know, I don't have anything for like beef. I mean, I love our industry. How do I say? The companies I've been working with have really been very encouraging, which I'm so happy for, and are doing like taking steps to make sure that we're still working. So I 100% appreciate that. I've been blessed to work with companies that I love, and I haven't really gotten anything bad happening. You know what I mean? So I really don't know.
In terms of her acting skills, I want to show you a couple of clips from various shows that really show her acting ability on display.
You took everything from me. My childhood, my little sister, my career. I was almost out. And once I went Golden Gloves, I was gonna leave you and all your baggage behind. I was a fighter, and I was damn good. I ain't fair to now. You can't change your past, that's me. I can't be talking to you. It's another
Now on top of that, there's also pictures of Manny at a gun range and she's shooting various weapons.
There you go, you hit it.
And of course in Grand Theft Auto, one of the main things you do is you shoot people. So it could be that this is practice for the motion capture. And I don't know if they can actually shoot guns in the studio just to see how the body reacts when the motion capture suit is on, and that is why she's able to shoot while filming. But for an actress who plays a criminal that has weapons a lot of the time and needs to know how to handle these weapons, it's pretty important to get a literal grip of weaponry and how it works. Now not only does she shoot weapons, but she's also a martial artist doing boxing, kickboxing, and probably other fight sports as well. And in one of the TV shows, this is actually displayed in a scene.
What's up? Let's take someone out from the ring. Taking you down. Your intimidation tactics are useless. I'm gonna bury you. Romero, backing out? Hey, you just be ready to catch these hands. All right, back to your feet. No pivot.
So long story short, Manny L. Perez is the perfect actress to play Lucia in Grand Theft Auto 6, and even though it is still speculative that this is the casting choice Rockstar Games made for Grand Theft Auto 6, it is pretty evident with everything we know that she actually is the one. My personal opinion is that she is a lovely person, very bubbly, very funny, and of course also very beautiful. But the main thing I found out about her is that if you want to have a fun conversation with somebody, she is really the one you can have a fun conversation with. She will never talk down on you or anybody else, and it seems like she's also able to play a crazy bit in Grand Theft Auto 6 and have a lot of sassiness to her character, as seen in her TV shows. I'm not only really excited to see the actress's performance in Grand Theft Auto 6 and playing her shooting people up and doing crazy stuff, but I'm also really curious if Rockstar Games is gonna have her and the actor who will eventually be revealed to be playing Jason do a press tour, probably not before but definitely after the game comes out, and see her personality thriving again. Because right now we haven't really seen anything yet except for these little tidbits that we've been finding on the deep ends of the internet. Thank you so much for clicking, liking, commenting and subscribing. Thank you again to SadLife420 for gifting all these memberships on screen. Let me know what you guys think. See you next time. Bye.